with you. The topic for today is how often do you have, or what is your rhythm of resetting and refining your strategy? That is the topic for today. It's an important leadership topic. So we're going to dive into deep, and that is how often do you reset, refine, and restart, if you will, the strategy that's bringing your vision to life. It's based upon your core purpose as to why your organization exists, the behaviors or actions, and that is your core values, but your strategy is how you bring your big vision to life. That's the topic for today, and I look forward to diving deep into it with you. But first things first, welcome to Think Big, Act Small in the mornings. My name's Tristan White. I believe the world needs more great places to work, and I believe the way we can create more great places to work is that we can teach, coach, learn, support leaders of service-based teams to build the confidence, learn the skills, and be supported to become the best leader they can be to ultimately create another great place to work in the world. These Think Big, Act Small in the morning shows are 8:45 to 9 a.m. Australian Daylight Saving Time, which is Melbourne and Sydney time, every weekday. Sorry, let me say that again. Tuesdays and Thursday morning is where you'll find me. YouTube's the best place, but I'm also live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So that is the intro. That is the idea for today. And I can see Jeffrey's already here. Jeffrey, welcome. Nice to have you here with me. Great to be here with you on a Thursday morning. Now, this idea of a reset and a review of a strategy, it's so very important. So many service-based business owners that I know and that I work with have got a dream, a vision of how they'd like their business to be in the future. They've got a bit of a strategy. It's not always as clear as it could be. And often the strategy doesn't really get refined or reset and priorities to go with it. And in my experience, the only way to bring a vision to life is to have a strategy which underlines that big vision. And that is the way we do things around here, which needs to be different. If there's one differentiator that you want in your strategy, it's to be different from your competition, different from your other local and or niche or industry competitors, I guess. But a rhythm of resetting and refining priorities that match up with your strategy is so very, very important. Why this is topical for me is that next Tuesday, the leadership team of the Physio Co and the Physio Co is a healthcare company that exists to help seniors stay mobile, safe and happy. I'm fortunate enough to be the founder and CEO of the Physio Co. And next Tuesday, our leadership team, it's only a 4-person leadership team, will go what we used to call off-site because we used to go away from the business, away from the office. These days is definitely a virtual workshop with our coach. Remember, the best performers have got coaches, but we will have a full day workshop where we'll refine, we'll review what happened in the last quarter, the last 3 months. We'll look forward to what's coming up in the next quarter, but we'll make sure it's aligned to our longer term vision and our longer term strategy. And so this is the rhythm that we've got at the Physio Co. It's based upon the method from Scaling Up, Vern Harnish's book Scaling Up, and there's many other versions which are similar. And so I can see that Jeffrey is got a comment in there already. So I'm going to pose the question. I'm going to check out Jeffrey's response. But how often do you review and refine your strategy and then reset your priorities, which are the actions you'll live to bring that strategy to life and to then move towards your vision? So that's the question for today. Jeffrey is here. Hello, Jeffrey. Really nice to have you with me. I love you being here at Think Big, Act Small in the mornings. Similarly, Carmel's here. G'day, Carmel. I haven't seen you live for a little while. I think the time difference between Melbourne and Perth might make it a little bit more tricky for you to join, but really excited that you're here this morning. Thank you for making the time. It's very early for you, I reckon 5:45 in the morning. Now, Jeffrey writes, revisit strategy review quarterly at a minimum. Jeffrey, that is the rhythm that I also work towards. The rhythm of connection for our team and for the team that I work with, I think it's really important we have a daily check-in, a daily huddle. We have a weekly deep dive to make sure we're on track in terms of our strategies, and an even deeper monthly review and refinement. But quarterly is the rhythm that I think works really well, 4 times per year, we take a moment to step outside of the business to work on the business. And this can work whether you're a one-person team that's just getting started. If you're a one-person service business owner, you're not only the business owner, you're also you're the entrepreneur, but you're also doing the doing. You're seeing the clients, you're doing the important work of helping your clients make progress and succeed in the world. But you still, whether you're a team of one, a team of 5, 10, 15 or more, a moment in time to stop doing the doing, to take a moment to think, what are we working towards? What's important to us? How are we going to get there? What's coming up in the next quarter is my recommendation. And then what are the priorities we're going to bring to life in that next quarter is so very important. So Jeffrey, I'm interested to know, do you do that on your own, or do you do it as a part of a mastermind group, or do you do it with other with your business partner or the like? I'd love to know just a little bit more detail on how you go about it. And Carmel, I know you run I think it's a 5-person team that you have, but I'm interested, do you have a rhythm of this as yet? And if you don't, it's perfectly fine. There's the beauty of these Think Big, Act Small in the mornings is that you get a chance to think big and then act small and decide how you apply this concept in the future. So that's the idea. Carmel writes, I do struggle with creating the time to review and reset. And Carmel, you're not on your own there. If it's not in the calendar, it often doesn't happen. And if you are crunched for time, sometimes that off-site or that review and reset can really get crunched and get replaced by seeing clients if you're not careful. I've done it myself. I've seen it many times, and so there's certainly something to think through there. Carmel, an accountability partner, whether that is actually a coach or business coach, or quite simply someone you work with, a friend or the like, who can say, Carmel, we've got something in the calendar for next Tuesday. We need to do it, and what's going to happen there, it can be really important to feel like you are committed to this process and you can reset and refine on a regular basis. Now, Jeffrey writes, his quarterly reset and refine is part of a mastermind group. We set up 3 major projects to break down into small tasks to tick away each week with steps to success. Jeffrey, thank you for the detail. I appreciate you giving me a bit more detail there. You've also given us a little bit of a window or a glimpse into execution of these quarterly priorities, which is a super important part of a rhythm of reset and refining. Now, it's Jim Collins who gave us the idea around strategy, that he gives us the idea that the Hedgehog concept is a really important driver of what is strategy and how you can refine it. Remember, the Hedgehog concept, according to Jim Collins, is something that you're deeply passionate about, something you can be the best in the world at, and of course, something that drives your economic engine, and that makes money for your business. If you're able to go through that iteration and to revisit, reset, what am I deeply passionate about? Could I be the best in the world at? What could we be the best in the world at? And what drives our economic engine? If you can reset, refine, make some iterative changes to those 3 parts of the strategy model, if you will, once a quarter, and then set a number of priorities for the organization. Jeffrey's got 3 priorities that he sets each quarter. And then the execution part, Jeffrey, I really love your example here. The way we do it is if it's a quarter, is typically a 13-week sprint or 13-week period. So we have 13 actions that are going to get taken over the next quarter period to bring that priority to life. Each priority has got a checklist or a 13-step approach to it. And every week, each member of the leadership team reports on the action they've taken last week and the action coming up next week to progress the priority, and knowing that when we bring those priorities to life and we complete them, we're one step closer to executing on our strategy and bringing our vision to life. You can see it's complex, but you can see how it cascades up and cascades down to bring this to life. Carmel writes, firstly, she writes, love the Hedgehog. Yes, the Hedgehog concept is beautiful. Hedgehog that does one thing amazingly well, buries itself into the ground and just protects itself when it's being attacked, as opposed to a fox who's cunning and wily and nimble and always trying new things but not necessarily succeeding is the concept there. Karma also writes that finding an accountability partner is a tricky one, as well as the time for me to meet up with them. Yeah, I understand that, and I suspect, Jeffrey, that's part of the reason why you have an accountability or mastermind group, which may or may not be in person, or it could be virtual as well. There's some options there. So it is 8:55 where I am. We always like to wrap this up with just a few minutes to spare. That is the topic for today. The Think Big, Act Small in the Morning topic is: what is your rhythm for resetting and refining your strategy, and then making sure you've got a set of priorities to bring to life, which will help you progress in the future. It doesn't have to be a full day workshop. It doesn't have to be a full day reflection. Maybe, just maybe, you could do it in a small amount of time. If you're a small business, maybe it's just an hour or a couple of hours where you can reset and refine. There's no perfect or only way to do this. But the thing that I want to mention is that, yes, we do need to do it if we're going to build a purposeful business that becomes a great place to work, which does something useful in the world. That's the topic for today. My name's Tristan White. It's been really nice to be with you on a Thursday morning. If you're interested in the Next Level Leadership Guide, a small ebook that I've created, check out the link below. Would love you to download that. And a quick reminder, Jeffrey, before you go, Carmel, before you go, anyone else that's listening either live or on the replay, next Tuesday, I do have this quarterly workshop with my team, the Physio Co. It starts at 8:30 in the morning. That means I won't be here next Tuesday for Think Big, Act Small in the morning. I'll be back next Thursday. So that's it for today. If you'd like to send me an email, get in touch. Tristan@TristanWhite is my email address. For the time being, it's been fantastic to be with you. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next Thursday. Remember, think big, act small. See you later.